Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Tuesday. We got 16 matchups on this MLB slate today. So go ahead and like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you want to become a member today, you can also sign up there. On our way to 200 members, guys. Love to have you be a part of the team. All right, we'll hop in it. Great day yesterday. Pretty much hit almost everything yesterday. Beautiful day. 16 matchups, starting with the Miami Marlins versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at minus 230. Miami plus 205 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Marlins is Braxton Garrett with an ERA of 3.88. His last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 11 strikeouts. Pitching for the Phillies is Zach Wheeler with an ERA of 2.69. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 7 strikeouts. Miami coming off a 3-0 win against the Cubs. Phillies on a 5-game winning streak, 9-1 in their last 10. Playing great baseball right now. Yeah, loving the Phillies. Zach Wheeler's been great on the mound here. And yeah, I'm taking the Phillies at home. Next matchup, we have the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Baltimore Orioles. Toronto opening up as road favorites at minus 175. Baltimore plus 145 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for Toronto is Alek Manoah with an ERA of 2.45. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for Baltimore is Kyle Bradish with an ERA of 6.55. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 5 strikeouts. Yeah, Baltimore getting a nice 7-4 win yesterday against Toronto. Played very well. Yeah, Bradish has been good in his last 2 starts, only giving up 3 runs. Manoah's been good. He's given up 7 runs in his last 3 games. And I'd still like Baltimore plus 1.5 at home. Looked good yesterday. I think people will be turned off of Bradish's ERA, but he's been pretty good his last 2 games on the mound. And, the way they won yesterday, Toronto at minus 175 is kind of risky with Baltimore playing pretty good baseball. They're 6-1 in their last 7. They're playing really good these last 2 weeks. I'll take Baltimore plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we have the Atlanta Braves versus the Boston Red Sox. Braves opening up as road favorites at minus 160. Boston plus 135 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for the Braves is Charlie Morton with an ERA of 4.09. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Pitching for Boston is Rich Hill with an ERA of 4.64. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 1 strikeout. Atlanta coming off a 3-game losing streak against the Mets. Boston coming off a 2-game losing streak against the Royals. Did not play good in that Royal series. And I like the Braves on the road here. I just don't trust the Red Sox. Not going to do it. I'm going to take the Braves on the road. Next matchup, we have the Cincinnati Reds versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at minus 300. Cincinnati plus 250 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Reds is Mike Minor with an ERA of 6.19. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Mets is Carlos Carrasco with an ERA of 3.75. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. He's only given up 3 runs in his last 3 starts, so he's been very good on the mound. Mets riding a 4-game winning streak, beating the Reds 5-1 yesterday. Yeah, Mike Minor's not been good on the mound this season, and I'm going to take the Mets at home. Next matchup, we have the Cleveland Guardians versus the Detroit Tigers. Cleveland opening up as road favorites at -190. Detroit +155 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for Cleveland is Shane Bieber with an ERA of 3.47. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Pitching for the Tigers is Tyler Alexander with an ERA of 4.04. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Cleveland on a 2-game winning streak against Houston right now. Finished that series off strong. Detroit coming off a 7-0 loss against Tampa. I'm just not in love with Detroit. They have not looked good in a 10-game sample size. They have not played very well. Bieber's been good in his last 2 games on the mound here. I think I'm going to take Cleveland on the road in this one. Next matchup, we have the Washington Nationals versus the Chicago Cubs. Cubs opening up as home favorites at -200. Washington +165 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Nationals is Paolo Espino with an ERA of 4.20. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Cubs is Marcus Stroman with an ERA of 4.00. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Washington on a 6-game losing streak right now, losing to the Cubs 6-3 yesterday. Cubs 3-1 in their last 4, playing pretty decent right now. Washington 0-5 on the road. I just don't trust the Nationals. They've just been horrible. Their pitching's horrible. Their team's horrible. I don't want any part of them. I'm taking the Cubs at home. Next matchup, we have the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at -165. The Rays +145 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Rays is Jimmy Yacobonis with an ERA of 9.0. His last start, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 run, had 1 strikeout. Rays coming off a 7-0 win against Detroit. Brewers on a 2-game losing streak, coming off a couple bad losses against the Reds. Yacobonis has been bad, and I'm pretty sure he pitched against Detroit a few days ago and gave up a bunch of runs and home runs against Detroit when he came in, getting his first start here. But I like Freddie Peralta on the mound. I like the Brewers at home in this one, so I'm rolling with Milwaukee. Next matchup, we have the Texas Rangers versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at -185. Texas +155 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Rangers is Martin Perez with an ERA of 2.52. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Astros is Christian Javier with an ERA of 3.24. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Rangers coming off an 8-2 loss against the White Sox. Houston coming off back-to-back losses against Cleveland. Rough couple games for Houston here. Rangers just 2-8 against Houston right now, where they have struggled. I'm leaning with Houston here. A couple bad losses. I think they bounced back today. I think they had some guys out in those last 2 games, and I'm gonna take the Astros at home. Next matchup, we have the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Colorado Rockies. Cardinals opening up as road favorites at -185. The Rockies +155 with the over-under at 11. Pitching for the Cardinals is Miles Mikolas with an ERA of 2.92. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rockies is Ryan Feltner with an ERA of 3.75. I'm sorry, his ERA is 5.75. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Cardinals on a 7-game winning streak right now. They are playing very good baseball. Rockies just 3-7 in their last 10, not playing the greatest right now. Love Miles on the mound. I'm riding this win streak. We're taking Cardinals on the road. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Angels versus the Oakland Athletics. Angels opening up as road favorites at -185. Oakland +155 with the over-under at 6.5. Pitching for the Angels is Shohei Ohtani with an ERA of 2.83. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for Oakland is James Caprillion with an ERA of 4.32. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Yeah, Angels getting a nice win yesterday against Oakland, 1-0. A nice underdog win they desperately needed. Oakland on a 3-game losing streak. Love Ohtani on the mound. And I'm going to take the Angels on the road in this one. Next matchup, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona opening up as home favorites at -160. Pirates +135 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Pirates is Zach Thompson with an ERA of 5.15. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for Arizona is Tommy Henry with an ERA of 7.20. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Yeah, Pitt losing 3-0 yesterday. Not the greatest hitting day for them. Arizona on a 2-game winning streak. I'm not sold with Henry on the mound. He's on his first start. He gave up a lot of runs. Did not play very well. Not in love with either pitcher here, to be honest. But yeah, Pitt coming off a 3-0 game yesterday. Not a good hitting day for them. Not in love with this game, but I'm going to have to lean with Arizona at home. Just not in love with the Pirates. I think the over is probably a good play with both pitchers giving up a lot of runs. But I'm going to lean with Arizona at home. Next matchup, we have the San Francisco Giants versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at -170. Giants +150 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Giants is Alex Cobb with an ERA of 4.38. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Pitching for the Padres is Joe Musgrove with an ERA of 3.0. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Giants on a 3-game winning streak, beating the Padres 1-0 yesterday. Padres on a 5-game losing streak. I knew Giants were a great play yesterday with the way Padres are just struggling right now. I have not scored in their last 2 games. You definitely don't love that at all here. I'm taking Giants +1.5 on the road. I'm not playing -170 on a team that has not scored in the last 2 games. We know the Padres will get things going again, for sure. They're a really good team, but on a bad slump, and I just don't want to be a part of that bad slump. Giants playing good on this 3-game streak they're on. Give me Giants +1.5. Next matchup, we have the Minnesota Twins versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -220. Minnesota +180 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Twins is Joe Ryan with an ERA of 3.67. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 9 strikeouts. Pitching for the Dodgers is Julio Urias with an ERA of 2.57. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Twins coming off a 3-2 loss against Toronto. Dodgers on an 8-game winning streak right now. They are playing great. Minnesota on an 8-game losing streak against the Dodgers. Have not played good against the Dodgers here. Yeah, love Julio on the mound, playing great. I'm riding this win streak, and we're taking the Dodgers at home. Next matchup, we have the New York Yankees versus the Seattle Mariners. Yankees opening up as road favorites at -130. Seattle plus 110 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Yankees is Garrett Cole with an ERA of 3.56. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Pitching for the Mariners is Luis Castillo with an ERA of 2.95. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Yankees coming off a 9-4 win yesterday against Seattle. Yeah, finally breaking that 5-game losing streak they were on. And I do not like Garrett Cole on the mound. He's given up 14 runs in his last 3 starts. Not in love with that. I think Castillo's making his debut for the Mariners. I could be wrong, but I feel like he is. But I'm going to take Mariners plus 1.5. I know they didn't play good yesterday, but Garrett Cole, man, don't let his ERA fool you. Garrett Cole has not been that great on the mound. He's been giving up a lot of runs, especially in these last 3 games here. I'm going to take a shot with Mariners plus 1.5 on the road, or 1.5 at home. All right, and then the last 2 matchups, we have a doubleheader between the Chicago White Sox and the Kansas City Royals. I can't find any lines on these matchups. I do have the over-unders, but I don't have who's the favorites. I just can't find it anywhere, which is usually how it goes for doubleheaders for some reason. But game 1, we have the White Sox and the Royals. Pitching for the White Sox is Lance Lynn with an ERA of 5.87. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. Pitching for the Royals is Brady Singer with an ERA of 3.77. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. White Sox coming off an 8-2 win against the Rangers. Royals coming off back-to-back wins against Boston. And I don't know what the line's going to be, but I think White Sox might be road favorites here, and not in love with Lynn on the mound. I'm going to take Royals plus 1.5 at home in game 1. And then game 2, we have the Chicago White Sox and the Kansas City Royals. Pitching for the White Sox is Johnny Cueto with an ERA of 2.91. His last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Royals is Chris Bubik with an ERA of 5.27. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Yeah, game 2, I mean, we're going to see what happens. Maybe see what happens in game 1. I'm just going to take Royals plus 1.5 in both matchups. I don't know, man. White Sox, not in love with the doubleheader. Do what you want with the doubleheader, but way better games on the slate. Stay away from these games, guys. And cash out on those other great matchups. And yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Tuesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Wednesday. Have a good one.